My cheating wife claimed she was going to her parents' house for dinner, but instead I found a postcard with an invitation to a bachelorette party. So, I showed up, and now she's a wreck after what happened. My wife, 32 at the time of this story, went to college with a girl who became her best friend. They partied like wild women, so much so that it's a wonder my wife didn't flunk out of college. I, 35, met my wife on her first day at work. I had already been working there for a few years before she was hired, so I was in charge of showing her the ropes. After we were married for 6 years, her crazy college friend finally got engaged. My wife was surprised her friend was even willing to settle down, perhaps because she was known for enjoying her single life. Early in our marriage, we agreed that she wouldn't stay close to this girl anymore for the sake of our relationship. One night, shortly after my wife found out her friend was engaged, she told me she was going to spend the evening with her parents and wouldn't be back until after dinner. It was an invitation to a bachelorette party that very night, being held in the city at a male strip club. I started asking around for my wife or the bride by name. Eventually, I found a woman who said they had left the party a short while ago with 2 men. When I asked where they went, she hesitated to tell me. After some begging and bribing, she gave me the name of a hotel. I could not believe this was happening. I began calling my wife's number repeatedly until I arrived in the lobby. She wouldn't answer. I asked the receptionist for their room number, but she wouldn't tell me. I waited for a while until I saw my wife come off the elevator with a man. He looked quite pleased, and so did my wife, until she looked up and saw me standing in their path. She gasped, covered her mouth, and tears started flowing uncontrollably. Update: when the other man was told what happened, but my wife just looked stuck. She managed to say she made a bad decision to party tonight and asked if we could go home to talk about it. I asked her again what they did, but she just stared at me. She opened her mouth but couldn't answer. She grabbed my hand and tried to leave the lobby. I pulled away and told her I wasn't taking her back home if she had just cheated on me.
You can now check if there is a part 2 by pressing share and more.